Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning technically Tuesday, the 26th of December, and ending Friday, the 29th, 2017. So we'll wrap up the year. Happy holidays to everybody and Merry Christmas. Monday is a holiday because that is Christmas, so the markets are closed. And frankly, as we'll look at the volume number in a minute, you'll see this is typically one of the most useless weeks of the year. So let's take a look at the markets, then we'll take a look at the intra-week action from this last week. We'll talk about some of the economic data that's coming out this week. There's not much to it. And then talk about our schedule and what we would look for, if anything. But let's talk a lot about that volume when we look at the volume chart. So here's the ES front-month futures contract. It's really flat all week. Look at that, 5 days in a row. It'd be better to look at on the intraday, and you'll see how bad it was. Crude oil up 12 cents on Friday, getting to a 13 sell signal, almost there now. But near highs, closing out the year near highs. Gold up $8.10. That's a big move. S&P cash index down $1.23. That's nothing, 1 point. NDX 100 loses 7 after the 13 sell signal there that we're tucked under. That's interesting going into the new year, by the way. I'm not going to sell anything off usually this week, but we'll see after that. Stocks down literally 64 cents, not even a point. That 13 sell signal was right on the money there. The biotech's up 7.05. The buy signal and the risk line that goes with it nailed that one. Those signals are so important. Up 28 cents on the VIX to 990. The trend closes at 0.98. That puts the 10-day moving average at 0.91. I'm going to count backwards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the big numbers that are left in the moving average are 7 and 8 back, which means, this is what's very interesting, you got a low volume week. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to drop off some numbers around 0.7 here on the moving average. So if you get some low numbers, that's not going to make much of a change. But I'm sorry, not Monday and Tuesday. Monday we're closed. Tuesday and Wednesday. But Thursday and Friday, if we continue to get those, we're going to drop the 1.38 and the 1.58 out of the moving average. So let's just say this week, all 4 of the trend numbers are 1 or less. That will almost certainly bring that 10-day moving average down below the 0.85 number to start the year, and that is a sell signal. We have not gotten that for a while here on the market. So that lined up with the sell signal on the Nasdaq that's not turning into anything, obviously, in the last week of the year. This is set up for the potential of something really interesting for January, but we'll see what happens. This isn't going to be the week. Nasdaq volume on Friday was 1.5 billion, really dropped off. Now let's take a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the chart back, and I want you to take a look as I center. I'll put in the middle here. Last year, end of the year, you can see, look at the last days of December, right? So we got, just like this, the last day on Friday here was about a 1.5, but then you see those 4 dots that are all down at 1.2 or lower. Yeah, that's the week coming up. So everybody's done trading. The big players are on vacation. Doesn't mean nothing can happen, and certainly in the first hour. That was actually a great week for the futures trades last year, but stocks are usually dead. So, unless something extraordinary happens, we're not going to be doing much. Let's take a look at the advanced decline ratio. Nasdaq negative 281. 281 more stocks down than up. On the New York, it was plus 63. Google loses $1.99. Apple literally dead flat to the penny. Amazon down 640, which is a blip, but still under that 13 sell signal. Keep that in mind if we get rolling here in January. Netflix up $1.32, also under a 13 sell signal. Tesla down 6.46. There's a 13 buy signal there, but it kind of made that move. TLT up 17 cents. That puts it mid-range. That's the 20-year bond ETF. Goldman Sachs back down 2 points after gaining the last couple of days. By the way, the Dow closes, not that anybody cares about the Dow. It's a couple stocks, but down at 24,750. It's down 28 points. And obviously, nobody that trades the market, generally speaking, pays attention to the Dow because it's such a limiting factor. All right, let's go to 10-minute candles and take a look at the ES so we can see what the market did for the week. Gapped up on Monday and then dead flat. Tuesday, we sold off. Wednesday, gapped up and sold off. Had a huge run in the futures on Wednesday. Big day. Thursday, gapped up, tried to sell off, tried to recover, then came back to about even. Friday was basically dead. Note, we never filled the gap from Monday in the whole week. So the net gain for the week is like, where is that? About 10 points. And then on the Nasdaq side, here's what you got, gap up. This one did fill the gap from Monday and basically closed up a couple points, about 10 for the whole, no, not even that, for the whole week. It's not much on the Nasdaq. All right, let's look at the economic data that's coming out this week, and then we'll just give you sort of the broader picture as we wrap up the year. We will do a couple of videos next week, one to talk about 2017 as a whole, and then the usual market preview for what's ahead here. But in terms of economic data, obviously we're closed. Stock markets are closed Monday for Christmas. Tuesday, S&P Housing Price Index, and then the Richmond Manufacturing Index. Wednesday, Consumer Confidence and pending home sales. Thursday, the unemployment claims, that's the weekly number, goods trade balance, preliminary wholesale inventories. You got Chicago PMI, you got natty gas at 10:30 and crude oil at 11. That gets pushed to Thursday because of the Monday holiday. And then on Friday, we have nothing, absolutely nothing to end the year. It is a full day on Friday, just like this Friday was. You can never have a holiday on the last day or a half day on the last day of the year. It's got to be a full day. That's the Nasdaq or the New York Stock Exchange rule. So here's how it goes. Rich is out of town this week. I'm not going to be around on Tuesday, most likely. If at best, I'll check in at the open. There's no report calls, probably for the whole week. Definitely not for Tuesday. If anything, it would be for Wednesday or Thursday. If we do another market preview this week, it would probably be Tuesday night for the rest of the week. And again, Friday is usually just completely dead. Everybody's made all their decisions for the taxes for the end of the year. And then just keep in mind, like I've been saying, nobody sells these stocks that are up big at the end of the year. Nobody wants to lock in the tax gain. So if anything, there should be an upward bias on some of these bigger stocks that are up. But come the following Tuesday, the day after New Year's, even though it might be kind of a slow volume start, people are still recovering from the New Year's holiday. Anything can happen. Look out to the downside. We'll talk about the 3-day rule there and everything next week. But we'll see what we get. I hope you had a great year. We certainly did here at TradeSight. And we hope to look forward to 2018 as well. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We'll help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. We'll see you later.